fishing, it's in my soul.
Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way. And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing. Here's your host, Joe Simons. Like diamonds.
Do you know the dreams of your loved ones? Do you know the dreams of the people around you? Do you know the dreams of your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, your parents, your coworkers, your employees? Well, if you don't, I'm telling you, you could be missing out on probably one of the greatest gifts that you could ever give anyone, which is helping them achieve their goals and their dreams. Hey, everybody, Joe Simons, Like Diamonds, back again, Salt Strong Unchurched. And I have, just one of those like eye-opening books. I love reading books. A lot of you know this. And this is one of my favorites. This is more of a recent one, not one that I did as part of Fishing for Happiness, where I curated those 300 plus books. But this is one that multiple people had recommended to me as an owner of a company. And I'm about to share with you how this applies to everything in life. And it is like literally just flipped my thinking upside down. And I've already tried this a few times, and it is wildly successful. And I hope enough people hear this, and it could make literally a massive dent in the world if everyone pursued life like this book talks about. And so let me backtrack real quick and talk about the book. The book is called The Dream Manager by Matthew Kelly. And it's based on a true story of a company in Cincinnati, Ohio. And this company was experiencing 400% turnover. That means it's flabbergasting, honestly. That means that on average, every employee who came in was gone within 3 months. That means there's turning over that many times, 3 to 4 months in a year. That's what 400% turnover. I didn't even know how to do the math on that. That's crazy. So that meant the average person was getting hired and then quitting or getting fired, but mostly we're quitting and to go find something else in around 3.5 to 4 months max. That is nuts. So clearly they had a problem. And the solution was just one thing. It took them a while to get there, but it ended up being just one thing, and it was to hire a dream manager. And here was the dream manager's role. Think of it like HR, but on steroids. This dream manager's job was to reach out and connect with every employee there at this company and ask them one simple question. What are your dreams? What are you dreaming about? What's your goal? Forget everything about here in business. I'm not talking about making money and getting a promotion. What are your dreams? What do you talk about at the dinner table? What do you talk about with your spouse? What do you dream about? It's powerful. So now we're starting to talk about, my dream's to own my first home. That was something that a lot of people brought up. It was, to have a new car, a new truck, to travel, to go to Australia. It was a ton of different things, right? To buy my first boat. That would be a great one. And all of a sudden now it went from being just this, kind of a relationship just based on money, right? Hey, you work for me, I pay you, and then you go home at 5 o'clock, and I don't really care about anything else in your personal life. I just want you to show up, do your work, and I'll pay you. It went from that to all of a sudden a relationship now where this dream manager not only knows their dreams, because that's step one, but was helping them achieve those dreams. Sometimes, setting up financial planning to help them, or entering them into Dave Ramsey to help them save more, to get out of debt, if that happened to be one of the goals. If it was to buy a house, here's a great mortgage company that could do it, even for people that might have bad credit. So this dream manager's role was one, to get feedback and fully understand these people's deepest dreams, some of the stuff that they hadn't shared with anybody, and make it a part of the business. And then the next step was to help them achieve it and to follow up on those dreams, right? Not just ask it once and just kind of put it in a hat and throw it away on a notepad, but to do follow-up meetings with them every quarter to see how they're going, right? Almost like an accountability partner for their dreams. And let me tell you, it changed this company, not just by a little bit, but you remember how I told you about 400%? That was their turnover rate. It went down to almost nothing, to 3% from 400%. It literally went down to almost nothing, where the only people leaving were the people who happened to have a dream of like starting their own company, being an entrepreneur. No one wanted to leave this place because it was the first company that ever cared about them. It was the first company that ever actually helped them pursue their dreams, because end of the day, that's why we all work. That's why we have spouses at work, right? It's to be able to have enough money and tools to follow and pursue our dreams and to make them a reality. Wow, like mind-blowing, right? So simple, yet this entire company changed in a matter of a really short amount of time, went from 400% to almost zero, and saw their company absolutely explode to one of the largest in their entire industry, all in just a handful of years, less than a handful of years. And all by just employing this. They changed nothing else about their product or service. It was literally just a focus on dreams. So here's the big aha moment. How many of us are doing this with our spouses? I'm not. My wife is listening right now. Babe, I am so sorry. I get so carried up in life, and I get emotionally like thinking about this right now. I mean, so much happens with kids and work and all that, and very rarely do I talk about my own wife's dreams. Babe, what are you excited about? And I kind of know what the answer is. I mean, it's something that's been really, really important to her from the day we got married, and it's travel. I mean, she just absolutely loves to travel, and good news is I do as well. I've kind of put traveling on the back burner. One, been a crazy couple of years with COVID, but number two, I'm building a company and got now quite a few, 14 now employees that report up to me, and just a lot going on. And obviously 3 young kids, all that stuff is excuses. But the bigger issue here is that I never spend any time talking about my wife's dreams. We're always talking about fires to put out and who's taking the kids to what and who's making lunch tomorrow. And so this was like such an eye-opening book for me, for one, for the business side, but two, and probably the most important, the relationships we have on a day-to-day basis. And then that transpires over to our kids, right? And even our parents and grandparents and brothers, sisters, anyone that we're around. It could be people at church. And I know, this is why this ties into Unchurched, that God is looking down and saying, gosh, well, why can't you guys help each other out? That's why I created you. That's why I gave you this family, to help everyone pursue their dreams. That's why I put these dreams in their head. That's why I gave them passions, like my daughter, Shauna, who just loves animals. And she has really big dreams to do things in the veterinary world. Man, why can't I start putting that first and helping her achieve those dreams? But my wife in particular, that's the someone who, at some point my kids will be out of the house and they won't want to talk to dad or mom as much. Your spouse is someone who's always there. They're your best friend. They're your life partner. And it was such a big, just hard-hitting, like gut-wrenching, honestly, hit in the stomach of, man, I've got to start putting my wife's dreams first. And I hope she does the same for me. But first and foremost, I've got to do it. And this goes back to that old saying Zig Ziglar had for many, many decades that continues to be true. If you help enough people get what they want in life, you get everything you want in your life. Wow. That's really what the Dream Manager, that's the core, the premise, the principle of this whole thing, is helping others pursue their dreams. So this is crazy. I read the book. There's someone on our team, I won't name who, is a newer person, and I didn't really have much of a relationship with them. In terms of knowing everything about them, they started during COVID, and so we're all working from home and not seeing each other. And that's not an excuse. That's just, it's what it is. I screwed up. I didn't make the time to learn more about this person. So all I really had in terms of a relationship with this person was really one thing, which, hey, show up to work and I'll pay you money. As sad as that is. And so I've read this book called The Dream Manager, and I'm on the phone with this person, and I just asked it, because it's as simple as this. I just asked a question, and I'm going to tell you, it was uncomfortable for me. It shouldn't have been. It should have been easy, but it was, once again, it's like stepping out into a new realm. And I just literally said it. I blurted it out. I was like kind of nervous. I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. I was like, hey, do you mind just telling me your dreams? It was an awkward silence for a second. And this person was like, well, like, what do you mean? Like, within Salt Strong? And I was like, no. Just like, what are you dreaming about? Like, why do you care about making any money? What do you even care about your paycheck? What are you dreaming about on the weekends at nights? And all of a sudden they kind of unloaded some really awesome stuff on me that got me excited for this person. I'm like, I can help you do this. And I got really pumped up, and they got pumped up. And in that one phone call, and from that one simple question, it changed our relationship. The dynamic shifted. And not to say that we're all of a sudden BFF and going out and having, beers and all that, but there was a shift there. Something magic happened when all of a sudden I put them and their dreams first. Even just asking about it shifted things. I could feel it. The person could feel it. It was almost magical. So just imagine all the people in your life that you care about. If you just ask that one simple question, and not just to ask it and put it away in your pocket or on a notepad, write it down and follow up with them, which is what now I'm trying to do my best at doing, which is following up and helping them pursue those dreams. And in fact, we're going to do it as a company-wide thing. Carol on our team, who is just amazing. If any of you who are our Salt Strong fans and customers and insiders, and you deal with Carol, I mean, she's amazing. And I had her read the book, and she was touched by it. And Luke read the book, and Nick, everyone on our leadership team has now read the book, and we're all very moved by this. Like, well, man, like this could change everything. And we're now sharing dreams with each other in terms of the leadership team. And now we're going to take it to the next level and get all the dreams from all our employees and our contractors and say, guys and gals, tell us your dreams. And I'm not talking like some that's going to be embarrassing, just like the stuff that really is exciting that maybe you've only shared with a couple people, and then let us help you pursue it. It's interesting too, how much quicker dreams happen for those of you that are willing to share it with others, right? I mean, it's amazing. Every time I've gone outside of my comfort zone and maybe shared something that I thought, this is kind of a big dream, it's a big goal, it's a little bit embarrassing, and I share it with someone like, oh, you know what? I know who could make that happen, right? You've got to connect you with this person. And it was all of a sudden like, man, Lord, thank you so much for giving me the courage to say something. Like, I just cut out 2 years of trial and error on this dream, all because I had the courage to say something. So I would encourage you, from the flip side, if someone ever asks you your dreams, to just be honest and be candid and share it with them. And it could be anything, from I know some people, it's, having their first house, or having a baby, or being able to have birth. Maybe you've had some issues in the past that's haunted a lot of us as adults. And it could be everything from, going out to see some old friend, or going on some crazy cruise, across the world, or going up in space. I mean, the dreams are countless and limitless. That's the beauty of it. I don't know, I've just got so excited. This book has given me, kind of some renewed energy. And the really cool part about it is it's nothing to do with me, right? It's everything to do about with other people. And I don't know, I think just intrinsically we're all kind of built selfish. I mean, maybe it's just me. Please tell me it's not. But I think we are. And I mentioned the same thing with the giving podcast about how you can't outgive God. And it was the same issue. Like, we're all kind of a little bit deep down, kind of concerned more about ourselves and other people. And so I think this is just what I needed. It's so crazy how God continues to put the right book and message in front of my face, in my hands, at the right time when I need it. And I believe, and I'm just going to be very transparent like I always am. I was going through a period where it was quite a selfish period where it was all about me, and how does this help me and impact me? And I don't know, I read that book, and I teared up quite a few times. I got goosebumps. It's like, man, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be helping other people reach their dreams, and then it'll make it easier for me to reach my dreams instead of just, hey, help me with my dream. So I'm challenging you, regardless of where you are in life, if you are a spouse, a husband, a wife, a mom, a teacher, dentist, whatever it might be. If you have employees, don't have employees, it doesn't matter. If you're a pastor, doesn't matter. There's someone in your life, I guarantee, that has a dream, because everyone has a dream. It's 100% guaranteed. Everyone has something they dream about. You might not think they do. And that was something that this book talked about. The company, one of the big things that they did was sanitation and working with janitors. And they're like, these janitors, they never even went to high school. They just don't have dreams. They made this horrible assumption. And of course, every one of them had a dream. They had big dreams, just like all of us. So don't ever think for a second that someone doesn't have a dream or it's inferior to you. It's important to them, and it's something that means really the world to them. And if you can help them get to that one dream, then all of a sudden they dream even bigger, and they have an next dream and next dream and next dream. And they'll never forget you for the help that you gave. And so that's kind of one of my new little, at least short-term missions here that I'm going to stay super laser focused on, is helping a lot of my friends, especially my family, especially my wife, Lauren, and our employees reach their dreams. So I'll have a whole lot more on this. If you guys love reading books, it's on Audible as well, called The Dream Manager by Matthew Kelly. Definitely an amazing read, especially if you have a business, congregation, whatever it might be. It is very, very powerful. But like I said, to me, it really hit home just for my family life. Something that I have neglected in terms of talking about my wife's dreams and my kids' dreams and then helping them hit it. So guys, I love you. Thank you so much for all the support. I love the emails I get from all of you, and it helps too to put the in the comments. It's saltstrong.com/unchurched. I have been a little bit tardy because I had a lot going on, and I'm trying not to work on Sundays. But the podcast goes live at 5 a.m. every Sunday, and then I usually try to have it up by Monday or Tuesday, where you can actually leave comments there. But worst case, shoot me an email, joe@saltstrong.com, joe@saltstrong.com. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any thoughts on this, if you have any dreams you want me to pray over, or even just a connection I might have, let me know. Maybe your dreams to work at the best online fishing club in America, Salt Strong. Let me know. I would love to hear from you on anything that you're dreaming about, struggling with, need prayers over, etc. I'm really, really pumped about this one. Like I said, it got me fired up. It's getting the whole team fired up, and we are going to be helping people reach some big dreams over the next 12 months. So guys, I will talk to you on the next episode. I'm out.
'Cause fishing